All right, we're going to take a look at Microsoft Dynamics with Webex Contact Center. So as my agent logs into Microsoft Dynamics, in the upper right corner, they can go ahead and click on that button and expand the Webex Contact Center agent desktop. From here, my agent can go ahead and change their state, make themselves available for work. Also, they can access the phone book, keypad, and also restamp their outbound ANI caller ID. So let's go ahead and push in a number of different interactions. The first one is going to be a single record match in screen pop. All right, so here comes that call.
Thank you for calling Cisco. Hello.
All right, it is now ringing to the agent. And we went ahead and popped that screen. So over on the agent desktop, you can see I've got an active timer, how long I've been on this piece of work. ANI, DNIS, any of these variables I can copy into clipboard as needed. And I can also use them to drive behavior like you saw here in the middle of the screen with the screen pop in Dynamics. Down on the bottom of the screen, you'll see the customer experience journey gadget. In here, I'm going to go ahead and pop all of the past interactions scores from that customer, the voice of the customer, surveys that were conducted at the end of each piece of work. So I can see here if there's an ongoing issue or if we've been providing exceptional service along the way, and get a good take on that from a customer perspective. In the middle of the screen, you'll see the screen pop. So in this case, we use the caller ID, pop the associated record. I can show the timeline and use any of the associated Dynamics functions the agent would want to use to complete their work. The button bar here allows me to place the call on hold, consult, transfer, start and stop recording, and also end the call. I'm going to go ahead and end this call. At this point, it's going to go ahead and begin to write those records automatically to that associated account. So anything that came in, the call type, the caller ID, and it's waiting right here on the last little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and mark my disposition of the call. When I do that, you'll see that automatically be written over here to the call, along with the length of that call and other associated metrics. All right, well, let's move to our next interaction. So this time when I call in, I'm going to match multiple records so you can see what that'll look like.
Thank you for calling Cisco. Hello, Doug.
Okay, that's you. Now ringing to our agent. Agent has picked up the call. And you'll see here, instead of popping directly to the record, I've got two that have the same inbound information. So I'm using the phone number again. It's matched two different records. So in this case, the agent will just determine which record is on the phone. Is it Angela? Is it Doug? I'm going to go ahead and click on Angela. And now all of those same functions that we looked at earlier are going to be associated to the account that I just clicked on. So this one's going to go to Angela. Over on the right, it's asking me if I want to confirm that this record matches this account. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Again, I can see any of the positive or negative prior feedback scores that have come in along with this caller on prior interactions. When I end the call, it's going to bring me into the same screen. And when I set my disposition code, again, that's going to write it to the record I associated with that call as it came inbound. All right, now let's go ahead and while we're in this record, I'm going to switch over, pull up this one to show you another feature. So as I'm in each record, you'll notice that anywhere where there's a phone number in this main customer field, I have a phone icon. So this provides the agent with click to call. So I don't need to, pull up my keypad and punch in the number in its entirety. I can just click over here on this record, and it's going to take that and place an outbound call in one click. Go ahead and pick up that call. All right. And ring through, pick that up. All right, so now that call has been completed, so I placed the outbound call. connected with my agent and my customer, and I am now live on the phone with that customer. I'll go ahead and close that out, set my codes, and move on to our last example. In our last example here, I'll go ahead and start back with the home screen. I'm going to place an inbound call, and this time I'll have no records matching. Let's place our agent in ready, call into the queue.
Thank you for calling none. Press 1 for sales.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and connect that to our agent. And you'll see here in the search, that phone number did not match any records. So I've got the ability then to go ahead and drop down into contacts, set a new contact, and again, associate this information with that contact. So the next time that number comes in, it's going to be a record match. This has been a brief demonstration of Microsoft Dynamics and Webex Contact Center.